Yep.
We can't stop the clock, but we can change your company's future. Find out how you can make your marketing budget work harder and drive more revenue. Contact us at scalemarketing.com. That's scalemarketing.com.
Now,
Turn left onto
order
Point Street.
97 The Ticket merchandise. Go to shoptheticket.com. That's shoptheticket.com.
Turn left onto Meriden Avenue, then turn right onto Union Lake Road.
You're listening to the best of Costa and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket. All right, let's get to Dear John. Blow it out your backside. Let it play out. It's an embarrassment. It's an absolute embarrassment. Boom. Boom. Tell me if it's hard or not. That was a dumbass pick.
Turn right onto Union Lake Road.
Not to bring his girlfriend to a football game.
Okay.
Dear John, I'm an only child. My parents divorced 4 years ago, and and I've always had a really good relationship with my dad. So here's my story. My dad started dating one of my older coworkers he met through me. They did ask for my permission at first, and I reluctantly said yes. But over time, I began to feel sidelined. June, my coworker started coming to all of our outings, even to the point where my dad wanted to include her and her kids on trips. Fast forward to last Wednesday, my dad called asking if he could bring June to a Michigan football game, something that...
In 2.2 miles, turn right onto Richardson Road.
I said no, reminding him that this was supposed to be our thing. He pushed back, saying he didn't want her to be alone all day on Saturday. I told him again that my answer was no. He called me spoiled and bratty and said he was bringing her anyway. I stood my ground, saying he could go with her, but not pick me up. He said, you know what, I'm not going. Since then, we haven't spoken. Is it too much to ask him to go to the game with just me? Is it really such a tragedy for her to stay home for a couple of hours?
All right.
And no, it's not a tragedy.
Are you okay?
At some
Yeah, I'm
point,
okay.
if
I'm
this
fine.
keeps going, the progression of this relationship, she's going to be a part of her life, not just as a coworker, but a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to have to get used to it. However, I do think when you're talking about matters of this type of thing, there are certain moments that are special between child, I'm not even going to say daughter, but child and parent. And I think those should remain that way. I went through this with Lisa, where, yeah, there are moments that she needs to understand that they're just between me and the kids, and she does. There are other ones, as you continue to travel down this path of life, that you're going to have to start being a part of. It's really hard to pick and choose when those are. For this one, I wouldn't want to have, and Lisa wouldn't want us to have a situation that caused me not to have a conversation or not to be talking to one of the kids.
I agree with you, totally. I think
Yeah.
even, let's say...
Divorce sucks, and when you start to move on, it becomes, it's a very touchy situation.
It's so tough if your parents have gone through a divorce. This woman is obviously a little bit older, right? She's going to tailgates. She's working. Her coworkers out dating her dad. So she's older. I think that she could understand it a little bit more.
Older. We don't really know that.
That's true.
Although she does have kids.
No, the coworker, the new girlfriend has kids.
Yeah,
not
right.
her daughter.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
no, not the daughter. Yeah,
Oh,
but
but you
yeah,
meant-
yeah,
okay.
yeah. She's old enough,
Yes.
older than her to have kids.
But I totally think that once in a while, it is so important for any parent to spend one-on-one time with their child, especially if it's a tradition that they've done for a very long time. It's okay to say, hey, honey, stay home. I'm going to go do this with my daughter or my son. I'll be back in a couple hours.
Yeah. You're the grown-ups.
Yeah.
Next one, Dear John. When my college alma mater has away games, I host parties at my house to watch with friends. My wife and I have an 8-year-old son, a 4-year-old girl, and a 4-month-old girl. At these parties, we get between 10 and 20 people to show up, including some college buddies and families. I provide food, alcohol, I just want to have a good time. For the game, I told my son he could invite a friend to hang out. I invited the parents too, but they declined. Early third quarter, they show up to pick up the kid, and they were surprised I answered the door with a beer in my hand. I invited them in, but they accused me basically of being drunk. At this point, I was 4 beers in. People had some drinks, but it wasn't over the top. They thought it was a rager. In a post-event text, they said they don't drink and don't bring kids places where alcohol is consumed. Was I out of line?
No, it's your house. You do what you want.
At the next light, turn right.
probably try and communicate that beforehand. Hey, there are going to be beers here. There's going to be alcohol. I wouldn't just assume that they would think that that was going to happen. But, I mean, if you are taking on the responsibility of looking after someone else's child, maybe you don't drink as much as you normally would. Because it's your house. Mom, Dad, was Mom drinking as well?
I don't know.
So somebody there has to be...
At the light, turn right onto Richardson Road. Then turn left onto Martin Road.
Young kids themselves, this comes down to communication.
Yeah.
Really, right? The parents of that little boy needed to make sure they knew what kind of situation was going on. Clearly, they knew a lot of people were gonna be there. Somebody was probably going to be consuming alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like they got their kids drunk.
No, but you need somebody.
At the light, turn left onto Martin Road.
A young child, an 8-year-old.
Yeah. I don't particularly drink in front of my kids. But that's my decision. I wouldn't expect that they would go to somebody else's house and not see it as well. It's life.
Yeah, I think there's two parts to this. I think there's nothing wrong with people drinking, watching a football game.
In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit.
No, not at all. I don't have a problem with that either.
But I think the second point is someone has to be responsible. If something happened to the kid, you could drive them somewhere, you could take care of them, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the next one?
Oh, sorry, that's me. The next one, surprise landlord. Okay, so I'm an 18-year-old female, and my parents are well off. They own multiple houses as part of our real estate portfolio that they rent out for extra income.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
For working so hard and getting into my dream school, my parents gifted me one of our houses that is near my college. Yeah, right?
Yeah, lucky.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, using words like portfolio.
I know.
All right.
I decided to look for roommates so I could start earning some money. So far, I have 2 roommates, and we're all friendly. I didn't want to tell them that I own the house, as I thought it might kind of create a weird dynamic between us, and I didn't want them to view me any differently. We split all the bills and the rent, with me technically paying nothing. Well, one of them recently found out, and I told them everything. Now they're mad at me for
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
I'm not only in the wrong for keeping it a secret, but for making them pay rent in the first place. We weren't friends when they moved in, and the whole point of me wanting roommates was so that I could earn some extra cash.
No, she's fine. Okay, I'm guessing that if they're using the terms portfolio.
In half a mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit.
It's not, even though it's hers, it's not in her name, it's in the name of an LLC. So, it's the LLC doing business, and if they're not friends, even if they were friends, it's not something you have to disclose.
No, it's not something you have to disclose, but I do think open communication is always the best thing. Just to be like, hey, I'm looking for roommates, this is my house. Like, why not just tell them that right off the bat?
Right. And
Like,
I know
why
she didn't want
not
to make
say
it
that?
weird, but she made it weird by
because
not.
she's 18. And,
It's my family's house. I stay here. You
Right.
guys...
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
My home.
yeah, but what you're paying is not even a part of the equation. The fact is, okay, what is the going rate for renting a room or a house like they were renting? If they're not paying over, if they're paying the market rate, what does it matter?
Well, I totally agree with that. So what does it matter if she would have said anything? It's all being open and honest right off the bat, so people don't find out about it later, and then you have to...
At the roundabout, take the second exit onto M5 South.
If you don't like it anymore, I'll find a new roommate. Thank you for your check.
This last one. Don't love me back. Dear John, my friends and I were talking about this situation where if you ask someone or you tell someone that you love them, or someone tells you that they love you, and you don't love them back...
In about 14 miles, turn right onto Beach Daily Road.
That's nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice of you to say. I've always said this, words matter. Don't say something that you don't mean, because it only makes it worse. Be honest. And you can even say, I appreciate where you're at. I'm not in that same position. I really like you.
Doesn't feel like there's a great answer here.
No, there's not a great answer, but this is where honesty does matter.
Yeah.
And it saves you heartache down the road, complications down the road.
You can't just say it back if you don't mean it.
No!
No, and the look on your face will probably tell the story. If you're surprised that they say, I love you.
Who said it first in your relationship?
Oh boy. I don't know.
Heather, who said it
I'm
first?
sure it was Colin.
Yeah, I would lean towards me.
So you weren't in this. Well,
I guess I put myself out there for the. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, what about you?
Kelsey said it first.
What was your response?
I said it back.
I'm still thinking about
Yeah,
it.
that's kind of what back to you. Like, okay, as people that we interview people, like we want to know the answer, or at least assume we know the answer before we ask the question.
Yes.
Ask the question, know the answer to. That's one where you want to make sure that, okay, if I say this, I'm pretty sure, 99% sure that they're going to say it back.
It's like proposing. Like you want to know, you're going to get a yes.
You don't just throw this out there hoping they say I love you back.
And that is Dear John.
Yeah, because then you get the, you don't really mean it. You know what? You're right, I didn't.
97.1.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ 24-hour traffic center. Welcome to your
How you
Monday
doing?
morning.
Good.
Starting it on a bit of a better note.
Have a good
At
weekend?
least that
Yeah.
crash on northbound 75 is Sasha
Except you had to do
clear.
chores.
Still dealing with the wreck you're going to find.
Yeah.
Along westbound I-94 at Telegraph. Right shoulder, right lane, right center lane are blocked. You've got a full crew on scene. I'll let you know when it's out of your way. Construction in the Redford Township area. Eastbound 8 Mile Road at Beach Daily. You'll know one lane is closed off. This construction's already started for this morning. It's going to take us through at least Wednesday. I'm Val Berry with traffic. I'm Amy Lawrence with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The Washington Commanders are one of the freshest stories in the NFL. The Commanders sit 7-2 for the first time since 1996. Their rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels wants to stay focused on the present, but he does acknowledge how cool this is coming off the Hail Mary to Noah Brown. No letdown as they get a division win to remain atop the NFC East. I'm Amy Lawrence.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old gloss. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin D3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Then have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
To all you tool people out there, has Harbor Freight got a deal for you? Big savings every single day this November. Because we know that right now when the price of
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
you need a place where prices stay low. So shop in store or online for quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love every day. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
My name is Taylor. I'm a deck builder in the Pacific Northwest, and I recommend TimberTech. The low maintenance is a huge selling point. When you install it correctly, it's easily manageable, and it'll look great for years. Most people don't want to be out there on their hands and knees, sanding and restaining. A wood deck just doesn't last very long. The composite definitely holds up. Clients pick out what color they want, and it's that color for the life of the board. They get to enjoy their beautiful deck for a lot longer.
Find a local contractor or get free decking samples at timbertech.com.
Hey Detroit, it's Tanya Lalonde. Before you make a major auto repair, consider this. A new 25 Kia Seltos SUV, all-wheel drive is just $195 per month. Plus, we'll get you released from your current loan or lease, even if you owe $9,000 more than your trade is worth. At Summit Place Kia in Clinton Township, Auburn Hills, and SummitPlaceKia.com. Summit Place Kia. Summit Place Kia.
Hey Lisa, it's Steve. Do you remember me?
Steve, of course I remember you.
Yeah, these class reunions are something else. Everyone looks so different.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
Stop. This is a great moment, but just 40 days ago, Lisa never dreamed this could happen. She was still fighting to lose weight that just wouldn't come off. What'd she do? Lisa called Ideal You Health Center. She met with their weight loss doctors who created a customized plan to help her lose the weight just in time for her class reunion. Ideal You gave Lisa a proven blueprint to turn her body into a fat-burning machine. And 40 days later...
So, you want to catch up on old times?
Yeah, I'd like that. For life's biggest moments, don't be the old you. Be
1-800-IDEAL-YOU now to get your full body consultation for just $29 and get started losing weight right away. That's 1-800-IDEAL-YOU. 1-800-IDEAL-YOU. Results vary based on physical health and adherence to program. No weight loss guarantees are provided or implied.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call thegrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. Changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever. The Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage des nouvelles langues.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys.
Visit Autolaw.com.
That's Autolaw.com. Sports betting updates for pivotal games as they happen live. Get the latest on in-game prop bets, DFS, and more. Bet MGM tonight, weeknights 7 to 11 on the Bet 1270 and the Odyssey app.
It's time to put your head to Jimmy's cookie jar.
It's not that small.
Oh, delicious.
Can you hold it for me? Checkmate, bitches.
You're listening to the best of Costa and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, this week's cookie jar has some election questions.
Oh, we're going political again?
And
Oh,
some,
my goodness.
And some Lions-Packers questions. Buckle up, John.
All right.
The first one, eliminate one forever. Election ads or election phone calls and texts?
This is easy. Get rid of the ads.
Yeah, get rid of those ads. They're awful. And you know what? You can block those text messages. Like, I think I've only actually seen 2, 3 come through my phone because all of them go to the block. Like, I get a notification that, like, spam or something's coming through, but I don't have to click on it.
But Heather, did you know you can check your voting score?
Oh, can you?
That's
Are you going to shame me? Are you going to go online and shame me?
It's the first
But you
time I've
can't
seen
see who I
that.
voted
Yeah.
for, so
Yeah, right.
that's private.
Well,
Hate those ads. I
Yeah.
hate all of the ads.
I know. The problem is it doesn't matter what channel or even what app you're on. They show up and you can't change the channel. You change the channel and all of a sudden, oh, there's another one.
Yes. Or like you just want to watch one little thing. I click on a video and it's like I gotta sit through this
Ad first.
awful ad.
Oh, I would get rid of the ads. There is a defense against the calls and attacks. Like you're saying, John, the ads are far more intrusive. I can't watch the Bob Ross channel without these things showing up.
That's right. She's still alive. Just kidding.
It's the ads, and it's because of the way they're presented. And I just think that the way they are presented, both sides, whichever side you're on, are so creating fear and hate. Get rid of the ads.
I'm with you guys. The ads, you can't avoid them. They find you. No matter where you're streaming, no matter what you're doing, they'll find you. The next question. Posting about voting on Election Day. Is it attention-seeking behavior or good encouragement for others?
So this one, I don't really care because I don't have to see your posts if I don't want to. And how many wear the sticker after you leave? I voted.
It's attention seeking. I saw
Did you make a
yours,
sticker?
I posted.
and I thought you were posting it for attention.
I was encouraged, Vicky, but we have the new early voting. Get out and vote. We need more
But
people
it
to
does,
vote.
like, we all know there's early voting.
I
We
don't
don't
know
even see
they
your
do.
post. I
How
don't
dare
even see
you.
you post your selfie
Then
at
go ahead and
the
block
poll
me.
station. And
Do you wear the sticker? I voted.
no, I don't.
Okay. Oh, so, okay, you have ground to stand on. People that wear the voting sticker, I'm fine with that. I'll wear my vote.
I'll give
I
it to my
voted.
daughter. She'll wear it.
Okay. Well, we know
She
she
likes
doesn't vote.
stickers.
Yeah.
She can't be voting.
Right. But it's, again, if that's something you want to do, fine. I don't care.
Attention seeking.
Thank you. I think anything you post online is for attention. Anything. It doesn't need to be about voting. It could be about your cat. Or something else, but...
Yeah.
Which
That's how much attention you're seeking there.
Which ticket host / producer is the hardest to guess who they're voting for?
I think this one for me was pretty easy, and it's a guy that we work with. It's Greg Hargrave. And the reason I say that is, one, he keeps his opinions to himself. And I see him as a guy that is not going to vote straight ticket, that is going to be very diligent at researching the topics, the candidates, and he will vote for, in that moment, who he believes is best for that position.
Yeah, Greg is the answer here. We still don't know who he voted for in 2016. I mean, he just doesn't, at some point, don't you just say, hey, I did it, it's been long enough, but he won't. He's old school. My mom always said, don't tell people who you vote for. Don't talk politics. I will say this. On the show, I'm pretty confident I know who John's voting for, and I'm pretty confident I know who Chip's voting for.
Complete mystery. Yeah.
I do think there is some mystery and intrigue to Heather.
Sure.
Oh.
I
I'll take
think
it.
I know, but I think I could make a case for the other.
Sure.
No.
I went with Gator. I don't have a good read on Gator. I don't mean that in a slight. I mean, I think he's hard to read politically.
Gator?
Yeah.
You know what? When we have the would you eat this? I listen to it, and that one. And occasionally we ask him some questions. And every time I think I know where he's going to go with it, he surprises me, and it's not what I thought.
Did we get one from Heather?
You know what? I don't know. I was going to pick you, Greg, because that's kind of like the running thing we talk about that we don't know. But I don't think we need to know.
No, we don't.
Well,
That's
that's
not the question.
And that should be
No.
said. It is your right to keep that private.
I will say this. So my guess is Evan. I would say Evan.
Oh, that's a good
Okay.
guess. Yes.
Secondly, I'm not going to tell you, but who do you guys think I'm voting for?
No,
I'm curious
I
about that.
don't want to answer that.
Not answering that one.
I'm not going to tell you.
But I'm not going to guess.
Yeah, so I'm not going to guess. If I'm never going to know the answer,
I guess the next question, it's the last one about the election. Would you want to be president?
No.
yes. Why not?
I would hate to be president.
Well,
Absolutely hate it. There's no way. I am not political at all. I would not want to be in the spotlight like that. Heck, no. Pass.
John, why would you want to be president?
Well,
Go ahead, campaign.
You would have the opportunity to make the changes that you wanted to make. And, whether or not you're able to reach across the aisle, that's not the point. The point is you would get to influence how you live. And for those around you.
John doesn't sleep. I sleep too much. No.
Have you seen how these people age, all of them, from when
very
they're
fast.
it's the stress of the position, and I don't think you can get as much done as you would think you could get done.
At the next light, turn right.
This political BS. So I say no.
What would be on John's agenda? Like his 27th Amendment. You must stand in your living room for the national anthem.
Yes. Make it an amendment, yes.
I wouldn't be, because unfortunately I feel this thing's so far down the toilet with lobbyists that what I would try to do, I'd probably be assassinated. Which would actually be try to unite this country and maybe start with what starts with this country is supposed to be we the people.
At the light, turn right onto Beach Daily Road.
I sound like I'm running.
Yeah.
All right. The Lions play the Cheeseheads this week. Give me the best cheese, but no repeats.
Oh, well, I know nobody's going to repeat mine, so...
In 3/4 of a mile, the destination is on your left.
Cheese.
Fresh asphalt.
Sliced
Don't
Gouda.
you dare.
By the way, my guess. Well, I should say guess, because I don't want anybody to take John's guess.
Go ahead.
You're a spicy Gouda guy? I like feta.
Okay. Feta.
I didn't peg you
I
for
know
a
you're
feta
not gonna
guy.
pick mine.
No, because I don't like cheese. I was going to say cream cheese.
That counts.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take that. Yeah. Cream cheese by the spoonful.
Yeah.
John?
Would you like to guess?
Greg, what did you
Greg?
think?
Mr. stands in his living room for the national anthem. I'm going to guess American cheese.
No, not American cheese. American cheese is not actually. I mean, it is cheese, but it's not.
Cheese product?
Yeah, it's cheese product. Blue cheese.
Oh,
Blue cheese is
sticky cheese.
Oh man, blue cheese is
Gross.
so good. A creamy blue cheese. It goes on everything. It's, in fact, the best is when you have a Detroit-style pizza with bacon and blue cheese. Sprinkle a little sausage on there. It's amazing.
At least you're self-aware enough. Nobody else is going to take that. Nobody else wants your stinky blue cheese. This last one. Are the Packers the biggest rival in all of Detroit sports right now? And if not, who is?
No, I think it's clear it is. You might be starting to see one, depending on what the Tigers do this year, getting knocked out by a division opponent, the Cleveland Guardians. That might be a developing one, but the Tigers
Arrived.
where the Lions are. And I don't think there's any rivalries with
We
the
made
Red
it.
Sox or the Pistons because